This is my Explorer rear here, guys. Everyone wanted to see how we do this, and this is not normally how we do this. This is just an example to show you how far this is off when you have appropriate hardware. Not like we give a shit normally, but this is the short section, and this is the long section. This is already cut. We kind of... before I did any video, but it's okay where we're at. This is like 17 inches from the end housing to the lip, and this side was what, like 20? So you basically cut 3 inches out. So what we opted to do was, since we're going to put new spring perches on anyway, that's the Explorer spring perch. So actually, like, if you don't want to measure it at all, a funny tip you could tell people is to use the spring perch welds as your guideline.
I'd measure it.
Yeah, fuck it, right? This is the way I see it. Tell people just to cut the spring perch out, and that's the 3 inches, right? And then some really nice hardware here is, what did you say, that's a 12 bolt?
Yeah.
Or the Ford 9-inch thing? I mean, everything's...
12 bolt on one side and Ford 9-inch on the other.
Basically, you get these nice machined plugs here, put them in, bolt them down with the main caps, and it lines up the rear. I'm sure everyone's seen this stuff. But this is pretty neat. I didn't know this. You can screw this on, and it actually threads and holds this all straight. And I just push it, I'm not going to break anything. Interesting thing here to see is how far the rear tube is bent, which actually on the video looks like shit too, so that's great. But you can see how far the rear is off. And then also, just when we slid the tube in, you can see way more space over here, obviously, than here. So this is the fancy way to do it. This is not the way I would normally do it. The way we've done it before is, honestly, we've just taken just channel, just pieces of metal channel, angle like iron. 90, yeah, angle iron. Man, I could not think of that for the life of me. Put angle iron in here and just hold the tube straight, because, I mean, the axle came out of the tube as it was, so whatever, close enough, right? And then weld it in. Obviously, what you want to do is, like, build a little groove in here to fill with welds like that. Yeah, give a little gap, 45 it in, and then just weld that pig on, and then you can put, you go to the other Explorer, you pull this rear out of the non-rustiest rear you can find, and then you find a disastrous rear, and you take the 2 short axles and do 2 short even axles, and then you have an even width 8/8 basically, and then you're done. And one other cool thing we did was, I saw these for the sway bar, I think. I don't know Explorer rears that well, but Mike had D-rings. I'm not going to touch it. So we welded D-rings right to the sway bar mounts, and it's funny because these are like exact fit, but this way I can just hook to that for the dyno or a trailer when I blow the shit out of the thing or wreck it into a tree backwards or something, you know.
Again?
Yeah. So we're just going to weld this guy, and then we should be done. The D-rings and everything else are good, and then I can do another video showing assembly. Basically, I think this stuff's pretty easy, but I get questions a lot, so I'll show how to measure like backlash and other weird shit. So that's it for now. We're gonna weld this pig.